Welcome to Raw HQ. Come on in. Good morning, guys. Today I'm going to give you a tour of our $3 million gym that we built at the Raw headquarters. This gym is super special. It took a long time to pick all the equipment. We actually partnered on this gym with the guys up in Canada from Pure Muscle, so Dorian and Vlad. But the gym is absolutely insane. So I'm going to take you guys through every little piece of it and also things that we're planning on doing that haven't been done yet that we're actually in the middle of building out. So stay tuned, video's going to be sick. Alright, so yesterday we had a meeting about the performance of the athletes as far as like posting, quality of posting, and just like overall what they should be doing. And based on what we've come to realization and based on the performance from Germany with the similar, obviously, brand, our athletes are not doing the best job of this, I guess. So I decided that I was going to start my own code to see if I could produce the results from our training person at our headquarters. So for example, we have a girl, her name's Isabel, and Isabel is in charge of like basically educating our athletes on how to be successful at posting, when to post, how to post, blah, 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 blah. So I decided that I'm going to test it and make sure it works because I obviously want our athletes to be successful. And two, if it does work, then I have just a bunch of lazy bums as athletes. So if you're watching this and you're an athlete and my code starts doing better than yours, we're going to have a fucking serious problem. But no, so I told her to start a code DOM yesterday. And my goal is to do everything that she says how to do and how to post, like not on a crazy influencer level, but enough to really become, you know, personable and intent. And if it does perform really well and if the percentages increase, I'm not going to do it based on code usage basically because obviously I have no following, but I just want to see a percentage increase day over day or month over month or year over year or whatever. So I only use like 5 or 6 products consistently that we have, but I'm going to explain all those products to you and why I use them. And then I'll just post them organically when I'm using them. So yeah, code DOM if you see this. All right, guys, welcome to Raw and Bum Energy's headquarters. We are located in Port St. Lucie, Florida. This facility is 170,000 square feet. And believe it or not, I actually got to design most of this myself with my construction company. So biggest improvement of the building was the front entrance. This was a fucking dumpster fire of a building when we took it over 2 years ago. So we literally put attention to every little detail. So if you actually look up right here, these chandeliers, I got quoted from a company in Florida, and I think it was like $22,000. And then I ended up sourcing them literally from China, and I got them for like $3,000. But if you look past that and you look up to that like wooden ceiling, that's all the executive offices up there. So we'll start here and we're gonna end up there. So start here, go through the gym. I'll take you through all the little different unique pieces of it. And then we will go up and end in my office. So back in this area right here is all legs. Again, a ton of squat racks, tons of Smith machines, 2 deadlift platforms, and every fucking leg piece you could imagine. The legs kind of wrap though. It's kind of weird. It goes back there, back over there, and then all of this in the middle right here is gonna be your back. Fun fact, I built like the sickest locker rooms, but the way to get to the locker rooms was really frustrating because the staircase is actually back on the other side of this wall. So I had this custom Raw staircase built, And we installed this staircase the morning of the grand opening of the gym. Like, I couldn't have lied about how last minute this thing took, but it's super dope. Like, the Raw logos are all etched in the steel. Came out super sick. All the leg pieces still right here. All the leg pieces over here. My favorite part of the gym we're about to enter is kind of like the hybrid fitness area. We have 3 Techno Gym treadmills, which are like the fucking best treadmills ever. And then coming into the back, which is more like Hyrox functional training, which is where I spend most of my time. So turf is here. And then honestly, it's pretty cool because that fence literally separates the warehouse where we store all of our product from the gym. So this is the gym. And then I'm gonna take you guys upstairs now to the locker rooms, VIP room, and all the other cool shit we have upstairs. So I checked the bathroom before this to make sure no one was in there, so don't think I'm a fucking weirdo, but this is the men's locker room. So again, going back to like everything being super raw, I did a really cool finish. I literally stuccoed the walls and I left them stuccoed. Black piece, steel countertops, like really industrial looking. So locker room is amazing. We ended up doing like custom cabinets with all digital locks. I even put the Raw logo in the benches. So if you look at the benches, the Raw logo is etched into the benches. And then my biggest pet peeve at gyms is like the shower area. I hate like fucking communal gross ass showers. So the gym does offer towel service. The towel service is here, toothbrushes, all that shit. And then all the different showers are awesome. So if you look, all the showers have their own like changing area before, so you can hang your stuff, get into the shower, shampoo, conditioner, everything. So we have a ton of different showers. So the women's locker room is actually very similar to this, but a little bit more bougie. I put a little more effort into the women's one. But again, super simple, super industrial, huge big tile, really awesome lockers, mirror, obviously for everyone to take their selfies before they go work out. And then that's pretty much it for the locker room, bathrooms. Now I'm gonna take you guys into the recovery area. So this is something that we wanted to add after. Really dope spot. Come in. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
How are you? I'm filming, so I'm just gonna do a little tour. These are 4 cold plunges on this side. These guys do a phenomenal job of making sure they're clean, just so you know. So they're always clean. And then in here, we have personal rooms with infrared saunas and showers. So basically you can come in, take the room for as long as you need it. Ideally, you don't need it for that long, but spend some time in the infrared sauna, do some contrast therapy, take your shower in your private shower, and then you can leave or head back to the locker room and change in the locker room if you want to. So all of our towels are embroidered with the Raw Athletic Club logo. So I didn't even know that, but the cold plunges, so if you have huge balls, you go in the first one, and maybe not have balls after you go in, but 40 degrees in the first one, 50 degrees in the second one, and 60 degrees in the third one. So it's pretty cool. I didn't even know we did that. All right, so now I'm gonna show you guys something that is in the works of being made. And this is something I'm super pumped for. So this is our VIP athlete locker room. So if you come in here, we're gonna actually end up putting like custom made like NFL quality or NBA quality lockers along these walls. We're gonna do like a really badass carpeted floor, like refrigerator for refreshments. And then all of our athletes are actually gonna have lockers here. So they can store their supplements, they can store clothes. And when the athletes come into town, they're gonna be able to have like their own little private area to get ready for the gym. And then this is directly across from our VIP lounge, which again is for our VIP guests or VIP athletes, which I'm gonna take you guys through right now. Kind of cool, this overlooks the entire warehouse. So if you look this way, it's just absolutely insane. This is only half of the warehouse. So we have this whole half, which is about 50,000 square feet. And then on the other side of the gym, there's another warehouse that looks just like this. So we'll walk that after. All of the community spaces here have ultimately what you'll look at as like an exterior calendar. So you can look on here and you can see which area is blocked off for what day. So for example, there's a team lunch blocked off today at 11:30. But if you come in here, this is literally where we do a lot of stuff for the brands. All right, so we just hosted one of our sales meetings in here for our beverage team. So we just brought all of our beverage people from around the country, about 30 people in here last week, the end of last week, and we hosted everything in this room. So this room is super functionable. I make my coffees in here. This is where my favorite coffee maker is in the building. All of the snacks from our sister companies are in here. So if people want to try other brands, they can come in here and try some of their stuff. But 2 huge couches, TV, huge conference table. We end up working in here a ton. People who want to work from their office and kind of just aren't, they want to work in a communal environment. If we get 5 or 6 guys, they'll come up here, take the table and work for the day. As long as nothing's on that board, I let whoever needs to use the room as long as they clean it up. But it's dope. Bar setting back there, there's alcohol back there. Obviously don't drink while you're working, but after work, if you want to have a drink, no problem. I don't think I've ever used this, so we're gonna use it. This was me. I think this is super dope. The R logo and like gloss over the mat. The logo got kind of fucked up at the bottom, but I don't really know what happened there. I think I'm gonna wrap the inside of the elevator next. I think it needs some serious love in here. There's actually a third floor to this building too, which is fucking insane. It's like all the air conditioners and like the chillers and stuff. Looks like it's out of a movie. I go up there sometimes to just hide from everybody. So this is ending the gym tour side, right? So then we'll go into our side after this for work. But this is our barbershop. Larry's in there right now. Where's Kev? All right, this is Kev and Larry. Kev owns Pristine Barbershop. This is the barbershop for the gym. I'm getting my haircut there today, actually, at 1 o'clock. And then we are ending in a very important spot. I'm actually gonna make a pre-workout while I'm in here because I'm gonna work out. But this is the smoothie shop slash merch shop slash energy drink shop. I used to love caffeine, like really fucking love it. But I'm definitely on the essential performance kick now. All right, I'm sticking with the strawberry kiwi. Do this, and I'll do some creatine if we have it. And then I'm gonna work out. All right, we're in the hallway now that basically literally separates like where normal non-employees can go to where employees can go. So on this side, again, like I said, is the warehouse. There's a really cool mural up here that I think you guys would get a kick out of. It's from like when I started the first brand all the way until, I think it was 2023 when we finished making this thing, or maybe 2024, let's see, 2024. So this literally is like a picture collage from where we literally started in this corner, 2017, all the way to 2024. And there's so many cool memories on this that I look back on and I'm just like absolutely fucking blown away. But I also realized how fat I was for a really long time. It was wild. This is the day we launched Raw. This photo right here, it's me and Sammy at the old gym. This was our first Black Friday on the back of a U-Haul that we rented to pack boxes into. Really cool stuff. It's what it's all about. It's literally all about taking this and remembering all these crazy moments that you think aren't important, and then when you look back on the photos, you just put it all together in your head and it just makes you really fucking proud. But, all right, come on. This is the most important piece of the building. This is our motto. This is what we believe in, and it's very, very simple. And what it says to be raw means to be genuine, authentic, and transparent in everything we do and say, despite external pressures to conform socially. We aim to live life with purpose and integrity. At the end of the journey, recognition is not the reward we seek, but rather it is the growth we undergo along the way. Again, going back to that, like, you guys don't realize how important the journey is until you get to the end of it, and then you look back and you really, it like hits you in your feelings. So we believe in being unapologetically yourself, your raw, honest, true self. We believe in remembering where we came from, but being able to see how far we've come. We believe in getting better every single day, and we are built from the ground up. So if you want to know what Raw is about, that's what Raw is about. We have literally probably one of the best warehouse managers in the warehouse. Has never looked this good. And honestly, to him, he probably thinks it looks like shit right now because there's a couple pallets out of place. But we're gonna shoot down this hallway first, and then I'm gonna show you the merch department, and then we'll come into the warehouse. I don't know if like creatives are normally like this everywhere, but mine decide to work in pitch black all the time. So if you look in here, right, where are these kids? Oh, they're not, oh, look at you guys. What's up, bro? No. How are you? Good. What up? Why do you guys work in dark? Just out of curiosity. Is it just like?
It's just easier on the eyes.
Okay, so this is basically what they do every day. They just work in pitch black. Don't understand it, don't get it, but hey, this is the downstairs conference room. You guys on the all hands on deck call? How's it going? Good? You guys learning? So much, right? And then this is their room. So obviously they're all in that meeting. So that's our all hands on deck call. So that's where the parent comes in and kind of just talks about what's going on with all the brands, including our German partners. So we get on that once a week, or not once a week, probably like once every other week. This is their office. Really, really, really cool office again. Dark, black, lights off. Don't understand it, never will. All right, now we are heading into the merch department. So if you guys don't know this, when I first got into this business, I was at the local screen printing place that I decided to buy it. So Nino, who is my partner in this business, we became partners probably 4 years ago now, maybe 3.5 years ago now. And we built this brand into a very, very successful business. So if you look in here, we own all of our own embroidering machines. We do, one cool thing about our product is we make it here. So every Raw t-shirt you guys buy, every Raw piece of merchandise is made locally in this building by people here. They're not fucking made in China and sent here. We do it all right here. So like if you look, there are blanks. So the Raw blanks in sizes, I guess they're gonna start to get printed soon. Not sure what we're printing, but everything is here. Here's Nino. Nino, say hi.
Hi.
I'm introducing Shock Socks to the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
How are you?
Good shit.
Yeah.
How you doing?
So Nino's my partner. Nino is the one who I met, how many years ago was that?
2015.
No shit.
16, yes.
9 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then when we started our partnership was what?
2020.
Yeah, so
2021,
four years
somewhere
ago.
around there.
I was right, see?
Yeah. He
and
said
Nino,
he was going to be one of my biggest customers. Mark his words.
yeah, I walked in like a little shitty first location in my medical office, and we just worked out a sick deal. And I honestly thought you owned it.
Yeah,
at that time. I thought you owned it. And then when I found out you did, and I was like, fuck that, bro. Let's do this shit ourselves. And this is what it turned into.
And
so.
I printed the wrong shirt, the wrong
you
phone
did.
number on the
You
first
did.
shirt.
You did. Yeah. But that's how it started.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. This is Shock Socks. And Nino is honestly one of the greatest people I've ever met. I've said this a million times in different videos and in different experiences, but like, I pick people based off of the type of person they are. I don't care about, I mean, I do care about skill in certain aspects of a career, but I care more about the person. I care more about their values. I care more about their why they want to do what they're doing. And Nino was a grinder. When I tell you, man, I was meeting that guy at 6 o'clock, and I thought he owned it because I didn't think anyone would work that hard for a company they didn't own. So for me, it was like a no-brainer to get into business with him. It was the easiest check I ever wrote to do this partnership, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. So. Love you, Nina. So this area right here is actually pretty empty. This area is usually stacked 4 pallets high all the way across here. And this is our outbound freight. So if you look, everything that you see in pallets here is leaving today, including all the stuff going this way over here. These are our D2C trucks. So we have 2 trucks backed up every day with trailers, and we fill those daily and they leave. And that's for all the direct-to-consumer orders leaving. And then this is where we pick and pack all of our direct-to-consumer. So before we had this system, we would have a lot of errors going on in the direct-to-consumer department because it's human nature. You grab the wrong product, we fuck it up, whatever. But now the unique part is you basically, these bins are dedicated to POs. So you scan the bin, it tells you what to put in the bin, and as you grab the product and you scan it, it takes it away from the list on the scan gun. So once these are put on here, what you do with them is you walk over to one of those computers over there and you see there's a ton of these full of product over there already, but you scan the bin, you take the stuff out, you put it in the box, and as you're putting it in the box, you scan each product, and it will not print the shipping label unless all the products are scanned and in the box. So you can't make a mistake. It's impossible to make a mistake with these orders. So we went from a 3% error rate all the way down to like a 0.2% error rate, and that's because of this system. And if you do the math on, 3% of millions of dollars a month, that's a lot of money. So no errors saves you money. Here's all the bins. All of these bins is where all of the inventory is. Every single piece of inventory in this whole facility is accounted for, even the ones in these bins. So don't touch anything. So if you look, like, I'm not exaggerating. When we first started, we probably had 20 times the employees working, and we had a third of the efficiency because of the systems that we had in place. And now we can pack thousands of orders a day with this system. And if you look, all of these carts are full of orders, and there's only a few people packing because that's all you need now, which is great. The way we have the packing set up is Serge is our warehouse manager. We have Amazon packing specific. We have beverage packing specific, which are these boys over here packing Bum Energy. We have direct to consumer, and then we have B2B. So our B2B packing is all of our small parcel going to businesses. So small supplement shops, vitamin shop, GNC, all of those orders are being packed over here, and you can see them being placed down the middle of the aisles. All right, guys, I know in the car I told you that I was doing this whole thing where I'm gonna try to beat our top athletes' codes, but the first thing I wanted to do is show you guys actually the products that I use every single day. Like, these are my non-negotiables, and I'm gonna give them to you in an order of most important to like least important, for me at least. So every morning I wake up and I take 1 scoop of the chocolate Replenish. I put this in my coffee. I literally make a cappuccino and I use oat milk, and I like froth it, I do the whole thing, and then I put a scoop of this in there, and it literally is the most fucking amazing thing in the world. And we literally made this product because I was obsessed with the Element chocolate. I guess you call it like their version of this. And this is 10 times better. So if you have not tried this yet, 10 out of 10, highly recommend it. I literally take the little packets of this when I travel. It's like, it's really important to me. After that, I would say it's Bum Energy. I have at least 2 of these a day. I am a soda flavor whore. And I use the root beer and the new cola flavor are my 2 favorites. And then unpopular demand, I love the strawberry protein RTD. I think this tastes identical to the strawberry Nesquik. So if you like that, this is my favorite. and most people don't like this flavor, or it's not, I'm not saying most people don't like this flavor. If you like strawberry, you love this flavor, but obviously chocolate's like our #1 seller. Creatine is a must. I take 10 grams a day. I usually put it in my morning and like kind of afternoon. So I'll either do 2 scoops in the morning if I'm not gonna do a shake later in the day, or I traditionally will do it where I will mix this later in the day in a shake and then do a little bit pre-workout. But creatine, obviously, super important. Everyone should take it. And then the rest of these are kind of like, these are like if you can do, but you don't need them. But again, protein, I just rotate flavors. Khaled told me this one was amazing, so I grabbed it. I usually use the raw regular protein, not the isolate protein, but these flavors tend to be better because they're not naturally sweet, and these are sweetened with sucralose. So these usually have a much better flavor. Sorry about all the beeping. There's forklifts going all over the fucking place. Essential performance. So I don't know what happened to me, but as I've gotten older, I've truly become more of a bitch when it comes to caffeine. So ultimately what this is, it's our essential pre-workout without the, I think it's without caffeine, and I think it also has, yeah, it has creatine in it. So I actually take 15 grams of creatine, which I should probably stop doing. I should probably go back to 10. So 1 scoop a day of the creatine. But this is my favorite pre-workout. I take it in the morning. I think truly the reason why I like this one so much now is because I'm doing a lot more running. And as you run, like you care about your heart rate. And I think caffeine elevates my heart rate to a point where I can't really take it like I used to. If I was like a bodybuilding bro, I would probably take this in the afternoon if I wasn't trying to get a ton of caffeine towards the end of the day. But I love this product. If you're an endurance athlete, this product's awesome. Or if you just don't really care about the jitters of caffeine and you just want a really good pump, and it's only 29 bucks. Lastly, fuel. I had the hardest time when I started running with the idea of drinking carbohydrates to perform. So like if you guys come from like the bodybuilding weight loss world, you do cardio to lose weight or you do cardio to stay in shape. And in the endurance world, you need to be able to perform cardio. So for example, if you're running 10 miles or 15 miles or 16 miles, it's impossible to do that without some sort of fuel or some sort of carbohydrate source. And we've come up with the most amazing, easy digestible, great tasting fuel carb product, in my opinion. And if you look at our endurance page, we have the #1 athletes in the world using this product and they absolutely love it. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend using this if you're in the endurance space or if you need like a really good intra workout for going to the gym. Like 2 scoops of this while you're training is great. It gives you a great pump, gives you a great feeling, and you won't like kind of like, I guess you like gas out halfway through your workout. I notice a significant difference when I use this while I'm training for long runs. I don't do this if I'm not training for over an hour though. So if I'm only doing like an hour run, I'm not using this. And those are my top products. And I know we have thousands of products. Honestly, I think I'm looking at like 100 of them right now, but this is what I use. Obviously different flavors of each one, but yeah, that's my go-to raw stack. So now we're crossing over the backside of the gym. So right here is the gym. So this is that cage that you guys saw earlier where I'm about to do some cardio in literally 5 minutes. And then this goes into the beverage side of the warehouse. So if you guys haven't heard yet, the new Cookies and Cream Protein RTD is about to drop and it is the best flavor in my opinion. But I also like strawberry and people talk shit about my love for the strawberry protein RTD. So maybe I don't have the best taste when it comes to protein RTDs. And then, like I said, you have that big warehouse over there, gym in the middle, second big warehouse over here. Cool thing about this side of the warehouse is we are building a basketball court at this far end. So you're gonna have a garage door that goes into the gym that opens, that's gonna go to a half-court basketball court right down here, as well as 2 pickleball courts. So we're working on that right now. That should be built very soon, and we're excited about that. Back at the front, we're gonna go upstairs into where I spend 99.9% of my time. All right, so this is one of the rooms that we have dedicated to meetings. So my sales team is in like a pit basically. So like all my operations, my sales, they all are in like an open work area. So when they have meetings, they take this room and they reserve it through here. They have meetings with Target, Kroger, whatever. They come in here, take the room, and do their meetings in there. This room is actually really important because this is something that I think most brands should put in, and we didn't have this until maybe like 6 or 7 months ago. This is our samples room. So when you come in here, we have samples come in, and these are basically samples that are inbound. So if you look, Catalyst inbound, Actis inbound, all the different places we use, and then when you go We take these, we sample them as a team. If we like them and we approve them, we put them in an approved bin and we keep them so we know when we need new flavors, they're readily available to get at. And we rate them like 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. And obviously we don't pick anything really that's not a 9 or a 10 out of 10. But it's nice to have bins of like pre-approved amazing flavors already. So we're not like, where the fuck did we put that sample? Or what happened to that sample? Or we need these different samples. We're just consistently getting samples all the time from all of our manufacturers, as well as we have a food science company that works for us that consistently just drops dope flavors for us. So this is something that I would highly recommend if you own a brand, do this. Helps a lot. And then right here is our executive suites. So actually we're gonna end there. We're gonna go over to this side first. But this whole entire thing is sales and accounting. All my sales guys are actually, like most of my sales guys are out right now traveling. I don't really like them being in this office because truthfully, there's no help with them here. So this is all finance, sales, and accounting. So I didn't realize that our CFO, like finance and accounting are different things to her at least. So it's all split up in there. So we have everything in, I think we have about 9 sales guys total in here, and then the rest are remote. Then we have like ops, we have executive assistants, we have our demand planner, we have our chief commercial strategy officer, we have our controller, all of that shit is in there. The stuff that's like not fun. This is the fun area. This is where my office is, and basically my whole entire C team. That's Taylor, he's our COO. His office actually looks good now. It looked like shit a couple months ago. Looks good. I'm a big fan. I like the black carpet. This is Stefan's office. Stefan just doesn't come to work ever anymore. He just, you know, basically works from home whenever he wants to. So it's ridiculous, honestly, Stefan. Stop staying home. This is our beautiful waiting area. So when we have people come and we have meetings with the C team, they can kind of wait out here, but while we get prepared. This is our wall of awards because we win lots of awards for Raw and Bum Energy. And then right here is my amazing CFO, Edna, who's also on the all hands call. She is incredible. This is my office. I don't know why this light's on. This light should never be on. I don't like it on. But did you turn that light on? You did. I knew you did. Fucking videographers. So this is my office. I like to work in the dark, so I have like two lights in my office. The front part of my office is kind of like where I'll have like sit down meetings with people. This is where I just work by myself in the dark. Like I love this part of my office, and I also like this part because when people come by, they can't see if I'm here or not. And if I turn the light off, no one knows I'm here, so they leave me the fuck alone so I can work. So this is why I love it. That is like one of my favorite posters or photos of all time. I think it is a testament to literally, I don't even know how to describe that photo, man. It's like emotionless. Like you can't put it into words to what I feel when I look at it, but it's like a very good analogy of life, in my opinion. And then obviously you guys know I love cars. I'm a huge Boston sports fan, so I have some great memorabilia. Jason Tatum is our partner in one of our brands that we're launching here soon. So I had a blue Lamborghini Aventador SV that was owned by David Ortiz, and he did this for me when I got the car. I didn't buy the car because of that, but I just obviously made me want the car more after I found that out. And then obviously the fucking GOAT, Tom Brady. I have some stuff in here again. Tom Brady signed helmet. I have a little Enzo up here for my son, maybe possibly getting an Enzo one day, not yet. There's a replica of my Senna up there. But yeah, this is my chill Zen area. And then Chris's office is right here. What's up? I'm filming Chris's office, and I'm gonna give you credit for it because it would not even look this good if it wasn't for his amazing assistant Ashley.
Thank you very much.
It looked like shit before she came, let me tell you. So 10 out of 10, great job.
It was your idea, though.
It was great though, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then he finally put his cabinets in. We're getting somewhere, boys. We're getting somewhere. And then Matt's office is actually the sickest office, if you want my opinion. I think it's the best looking office in the building. This guy just really did it right. So like very nice furniture, photos, that whole back area is just, yeah. If you want some office tutorials, I would recommend Matt doing them for you because it's just A plus effort over here. And then this is our conference room. So this is our little kitchenette area. I just found out our sink was leaning. I'm not really happy with that, but we'll figure that out another day. And then same thing, schedule the meetings here. Looks like we have one soon. And come in. If you guys don't know, these vibe boards are fucking awesome. You can like write on them, take notes on them, send them after. But we do What we were having an issue with was we only had one meeting room. We had this conference room, and then we were literally, you couldn't even get into it. So that's why we did this whole inventory, or not inventory, but like appointment scheduling system. And then we added the conference room downstairs. We added the VIP room, and we also added that small meeting room so we can have different meetings going on at the same times. I'm not like a big meetings person. I think they're kind of a waste of time mostly, but some things are necessary. So that's why we do it. That I think is very important to see is like the true organizational structure of what like a real org chart looks like for a company. So I literally had my assistant make this because there's so many fucking people that work here now and I don't know who they all are. And this is 1, 2, 1, 3 of 3. There's a whole missing one for 2 of 3. And then this does not include any of like warehouse employees or like lower level marketing employees. This is just the people who I need to know who report to who. So if you look at this, like this is what a real company looks like. This is what real CEOs reporting looks like. So if you look at this, I have my direct reports, which are right here. These are the only people that directly report to me, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people report directly to me. And then all of these people report to the people who work for me, but I still need to know who they are. I'm actually getting a new one of these made where I have their email addresses and their phone numbers also on it. So if I ever need to contact people, I can. But like this is the type of organization you need in a brand to be successful. And I've just learned a lot of this within the last year and a half, right? Like I'll never forget one of the guys from Germany who bought the company. He had like the best quote. I forget what he said. It was Andre, and Andre left us yesterday. And if you ever watch this, Andre, I just want to thank you for everything you did for us. Because when we got bought by the Quality Group, he came over here and really spent a lot of time here and fixing a lot of the accounting things. And when we were going through all the processes, he was like, I don't know how the fuck this company made $200 million and had no policies and procedures in place or accounting structure in place. And I think that's a testament to what we were doing, right? We were doing something really special, but I know that all of these things that we've changed and added and fixed and made better are going to just take us to that next level, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of the building. Again, it is a very, very special building to me because when we took this building over, it was an old newspaper printing facility. So we have spent millions of dollars renovating this building, and it's very much like our own now, and it feels like home to us. And I hope you guys can see that in the way that we've built it out and the things that we've done. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to see more stuff like this, and I'm gonna go work out.